Thank you for the round of applause. So, greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Well, before I start with my presentation, I just want to complete with you guys. I'm very nervous up here because, firstly, this is my first year at the school. I'm a very unfamiliar face, and it's my greetings to everyone here, and I would love to introduce myself. Again, my name is LIêN, and I am proud to present myself as a student of classes at 5 at school. So, before taking a step further in today's topic of mine, I will have some pictures you guys look at, and I would love if you guys could try and guess what's my speech going to be about. Does everybody have any idea whatsoever? Any hands raised? You're from the judges? Mr. Alex?
Electric vehicles or pollution in
That is correct. The half first part of it is correct. And the other one, I don't have time for it to discuss, but I would love to like it. Yes, my topics for today is going to be about electric vehicles. So, let's start with my agenda. My question for today is going to be, is Vietnam ready for a gas vehicle ban? I know that everybody here, you're students. So, I don't know if you guys watch the news, but this has been a very problem going on. People discuss it a lot. It's caused a lot of controversial. So now I'm going to discuss about my opinions on this. Coming to my agenda, I will have 3 main points. First will be key terms and content. Second will be my 4-pillar readiness model, designed by me with the help of ChatGPT. And the last one will be my conclusion. Alright, so we journey into a future of clean energy and silent streets. Let's take one step back to clarify what we're actually talking about today. And let's go ahead and align my key terms and contents. The first one will be gas vehicle ban. Well, in my terms, it means stopping usage of gasoline vehicles, such as cars and motorbikes. Next up would be the electric transition. It means upgrading everything to high mobility, such as electricity supply, the grid, charging, and battery industry. And lastly would be the readiness, means the ability to shift without causing blackouts, inequality, or economic disruption. So, what I will discuss today is Vietnam is not yet structurally ready for a nationwide gas vehicle ban. Not because we're unwilling. I think we're very willing to change because of the high pollution these days and of our busy streets, but because our four foundation pillars are still complete. So, now, I have a picture for you guys to look at. Do you guys know why I put a table here? It's a very ordinary table, a wooden one. Does anybody have any idea? Yes? I cannot quite hear you. Can someone give him a mic? Yes, please.
It's sturdy and strong.
That could be an answer. Close. Does anybody else have an idea? You? Come on. Put a chair on it? It's a table, but yeah, you're wrong. Sadly. Oh, even if you're right, I don't have a present for you. The reason why I put a table here, so imagine putting a table, right? We have 4 legs. For it to be able to stand steady and use. Well, for this table specifically, there are tables with 1 leg and still standing steady, but I choose this one. So, imagine building a table. If 1 leg of it is missing, then the whole table collapses. So, today, coming with our 4 legs, my first leg would be about energy generation. The second one would be about grid infrastructure. The third one would be about mobility and society, and the last one would be about industrial environmental change. And now I will go into further details on why 4 of these legs are so important for this model to be ready. Coming up first is energy generation gap. It is. Alright. So, Vietnam's energy demand is already high and rising fast, such as movement for factories, air conditioning, urban growth, and all draw heavily on the grid. And mass EV adoption would add a new and massive demand, such as millions of vehicles charging every single day, every single hour, and every single second. But the supply hasn't caught up. Until Vietnam ensures clean energy and renewable energy as well as abundant electricity, EVs simply shift pollution from tailpipes to power plant. An electric vehicle is only green if the power behind it is green. Coming up to our second pillar, grid stability. Even if we produce more electricity, generating power is only half of the job. We need a grid that is capable of transmitting power across regions and equipped with storage tools or renewable circuits or nightly demand peaks and with smart charging system to manage distribution. Without these, charging millions of EVs becomes a threat to grid stability. So we're basically risking blackouts, overloading transformers, and regional power crises. An EV revolution isn't a transport policy, it's a power system policy. To our third pillar, our third leg, the mobility reality. So, Mr. Alex, now is my turn to actually give you questions. So, may I ask you, how long have you been living in Vietnam?
15 years.
So, in your span of 15 years, a very long amount of time.
Yeah.
Have you ever questioned why do Vietnamese people love motorcycles so much? Have you ever questioned?
Yes, I've thought about it before, of course.
So, I don't know if you have an answer of your own yet, but as a Vietnamese person myself who's living in Hanoi for 16 years, which is my whole life, or a year longer than yours.
Yeah, longer than my Vietnamese life.
Yes. So, the reason why Vietnamese people love motorcycles so much, because firstly, they're cheap. Everybody loves cheap stuff, right? Who doesn't? And secondly, it's very flexible. And since you've been living here 15 years, you know, like Vietnam, just Hanoi basically, is basically surrounded with narrow alleys where you have to squeeze over to actually get to where you want all the time. And that's why motorbikes are just so conventional. And without dense traffic and informal settings as well, of course. Many households right now still have private garages or parking spots, especially Portland builders and renters. They're a very hard problem that parking EVs is going to burn down in Portland. And there have been cases where EV blows up while charging, or just simply parking in the garage of apartments, which causes significant worries in lost properties. And also, the incomes also varies. Many people cannot afford the high upfront cost of EVs or pay premium for convenience. So, if a ban forces everyone to change to electric vehicles without an affordable option, right? Public charging in alleys or subsidies not only create inequality, but also bring everyday life for many. So, the green transition must be inclusive, or we may harm it when it helps. Come to our last chair, our last leg of the table, like that, is the battery. So, we know the electric vehicles, the most important part of it is the battery. Without it, it's basically just an empty car without the engine. So EV depends heavily on batteries. And what does it rely on? It relies heavily on raw materials such as lithium, cobalt, or nickel. And those often come from mines. And those mines are often controlled by a few countries, and in largest of them all is China. So if Vietnam rushes into EV adoption without building local manufacturing, recycling, and having ecological standards, we're basically trading oil dependence for battery dependence. Even more, such as battery production and disposal generate waste and environmental costs. Unless we build a full life cycle ecosystem, from mining to manufacturing to recycling, we basically risk creating another layer of pollution, just hidden underground and going overseas. Now for my last but not least part, the conclusion. Do I want Vietnam to go electric? Absolutely. Do I want clear air and silent streets in this such pollution air? Of course I do. But ambition without a proper plan or without infrastructure is basically chaos in disguise. Instead of banning gas vehicles right now tomorrow, why don't we build our four-leg Spain first? When the foundation is ready, the transition will obviously be unstoppable because electrical vehicles is basically the future as we're seeing it now today. And until then, vision must be matched with strategy and not shortcuts. Thank you for listening to my presentation. That is the end.
Now we have a